have a draft? Oh, that's right down there.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
All right.
We got a draft. This is going to be good.
Are we going to stay on now? They get to look at us some more. Hi, guys.
This is great.
What's happening?
We can't do what we would normally do when the camera's turned on.
That's sad. It's getting ready, you know, take the pants off and get comfy.
Yeah.
But
I took a shower here earlier.
nice. Yeah,
How'd
you
that go?
enjoy it?
It was good. It was nice. I worked out. There's a gym like right behind the cameras for all you folks at home.
Yep.
Did a little worky out, and then I hopped in the shower.
The shower's good.
How's the pressure on that shower? I'm big on
It's
pressure.
really good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty tall too, so it works for you.
Yeah, that's usually my problem with showers. I just don't fit. But no, it's good. I like to bike ride to work, and then, you know, I don't want to stink up the couch here. So
Yeah, that was.
I respect you guys. I shower.
I get it. Well, I mean, you still do, but yeah, I got you.
Ew. Let's see. Bands, pretty much what we expect. Grimstroke's still in there. Lich.
It's tiny. Yeah, Fnatic. They've been picking this Phoenix in almost every game.
Do you wear glasses?
I probably need glasses.
I was gonna say 'cause I can see. Oh, I'm wearing my glasses.
You're wearing the glasses.
Yeah, exactly. I can't see it now.
You can peer over there on Gabe's screen too. If you
There you
need.
go.
I could do
Might
that.
be
Yeah.
easier
I'll
to
help
see.
you out.
Oh, excellent. Thank
Look
you
at
so
that.
much.
You got some dirt over there.
Sweet. Perfect.
Beautiful.
I could also join the game on this thing for sure.
Yeah. I feel like the playoffs does feel like a playoffs between three teams. Like Boom ID have some upset potential, but their chances of going to the major is probably like 5% or lower.
That's good for Boom ID though.
No, it is good. And it's at the end of the day, there is still a chance. It's not like they're
Yeah.
completely out of it and completely outclassed. They played good Dota yesterday, but
Yeah.
they are heavy underdogs. These
Oh, for
other
sure.
three teams, Fnatic, TNC, Mineski, that's like, you know, where like the big fight is, at least in a sense. Which means they get to go under the radar. No one's really looking at Boom ID.
Yeah, these are the teams that could actually go to the major and do something.
Yeah.
They could.
And just like the style of the way that these qualifiers are set up too, you prep for a really good strat against TNC, then the next team, they've been prepping for TNC, if they've been prepping at all. They're not going to have like the strategies worked out necessarily for Boom ID.
That's true.
So if you end up beating the second set, then you're all of a sudden there. But it does mean that you need to beat three of these big dogs, and they're definitely the favorites. So Grimstroke is left in. Lich is left in. What else is there?
Brewmaster's been a pretty popular
Shadow
pick.
Shaman, Doom.
Centaur's been banned most games, I feel like.
Depends on the team for. Because of course they that heroes. Very, very strong. Once again, I really like the fact that he can be played as a 5-role and a 4-role. No matter what lane he goes in, that lane is going to get kills. He can win these otherwise game-losing safe lanes that you would just try to get as much as you can, but with Grimstroke you can actually win these lanes.
Okay.
Brewmaster?
Is Brew?
Lich or
Lone Druid, of course. This has been a really common pick. All these heroes getting through, and actually the ones we've been seeing first ban mostly. This feels like a draft where at least what was over the last few years was the OP heroes actually not being banned for once.
Yeah.
And I think that you still need to be a little bit concerned if you're Mineski. Like, sure, Grimstroke's this amazing hero that can, you know, change the dynamic of the fights, but you've now got like a big brawler up front with the Brewmaster, Lone Druid doing a lot of right clicks. You need somebody that can get on top of that Lone Druid.
Oh. Doom good against the Brewmaster, but I don't know.
Is this a duel?
I didn't
We're
like the
not
Doom. Yeah,
100%
you're not
sold
sold on the Doom either.
I think it's pretty good here though, because anytime you see a Brewmaster, Shadow Shaman, one of these very ultimate dependent heroes, it's very easy to play the Doom in the team fight. You know that if you, I think the one time we saw it yesterday where it was very successful was against Brewmaster. You just Doom this hero and you will win the fight, even if it's a support brew. A lot of the time, this hero is so critical for winning those fights and getting that ultimate off. So you need to Doom them. It's very easy to Doom that target. And then also, there's two tanky heroes here that you can use the Doombringer Infernal Blade on. Like you can use it on the Bear, which this hero is typically considered to be a hard counter to Lone Druid in the laning phase because of that. The Bear does nothing. Brewmaster, of course, also a strength hero. So I think this is one of the few good Doom games.
You were mentioning earlier too, though, that we saw in South America they were running in the support position from Pain.
That's true. Yeah, Misery was playing it.
So potential there as well if you want to just sort of use that Infernal Blade to get that extra damage out.
Yeah.
Super good value point. You're not going to get a ton of levels.
I agree, and if we ever find ourselves in like one of those really difficult Doom games, why not just throw in the support role?
Yeah.
Like we're saying, it seems like he's getting kited a lot. It seems like he's not able to get ultimates off or his Doom off before he dies, things like that. Just throw him as a support. You want to commit all that to him? Sure. Yeah. You can have these other effective heroes in the core roles.
You don't really want to draft a lineup where getting that Doom off on a key target is like your win condition for a fight, because it's kind of unreliable.
It is unreliable with how people are building offlaners right now, I think.
Yeah, in the past, there was like when Dooms were popular before this, let's get 3 tanky items like Pipe Crimson. It was let's go Blink BKB or Shadowblade BKB.
Shadowblade drums even.
Yeah, you get your movement speed, you get your ways to initiate in, and then if they have that insta-stun, so you're Shadowblading into sentries, you get your BKB or whatever, and then you're fine.
Yep.
BKB, you ulti the key target, fight is simple.
There was even a while there people were going for like Shadowblade and Blink on the hero, just so you had the potential of like running around the map, getting that one guy and dooming him, and just killing somebody that you shouldn't be able to kill if you didn't have a doom on your team with a Shadowblade, and also having the initiation tool like the Blink and being able to get in the back lines and stuff like that.
Wow, Night Stalker ban.
Yeah,
Night Stalker was theory crafted as like a potentially strong hero on the new patch. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it be super successful in pubs, but that is pub, so it's different. But it does seem it's weird to like where you'd fit this role or this hero.
Yeah, I would feel like that would be a pretty Ice style hero though. Just he's kind of aggressive, like let's bully my lane, go around making plays, being obnoxious.
I don't know. I think that I'd rather get rid of the Lich at that point as opposed to the Night Stalker, but maybe that's
I would probably agree with that.
It's just so hard to know what these teams have seen, like in their pubs or in scrims. Maybe Mineski like played some scrims, maybe not against Fnatic because they were going to play each other in the major qualifiers, but they may have just run into some Night Stalkers, seen Ice's pub games, and be like, "Oh, Ice played 5 games of Night Stalker in a row."
Maybe played it last night. Like they're looking at his
Jenkins
recent
Dota
pubs.
buff. Let's go. I don't know if it's public, but
this is the combo here.
I can see Ice as being public.
Ooh, 60% longer Doom.
Oh dang,
that's pretty insane.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I guess like Doom Grimstroke is a nice combination too.
Does it increase the Infernal Blade too? Just do more percentage based damage? That'd be pretty cool.
It's a debuff, so I'd imagine it could.
So Ice has been playing. Okay, he does not have a public. That is unfortunate. But also
probably for the best.
Pretty
for him.
Otherwise, Fnatic's looking at his recent pub games.
Damn, dude, Dota buff is going ham with these ads. Something pop right up on my into like half my screen.
Switch to LED bulbs to help save California. That's an ad I can get behind.
Sure.
Do it, folks.
Do your thing.
Save the world.
People outside of California, also do your thing. You don't have to live in California to save the planet.
Yeah. Captain Planet. I don't think that's how the song went.
Not sure. If you go to the Dota 2 Pro Tracker site, I think that actually gives you players.
Oh yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
Because they have Smurfs on there too.
I think that uses like the active games too. So
yeah.
Because it grabs space. Because you can see these players with hidden profiles like on the watch tab still. So you can. The info is out there.
Players. There's no hero called Ice in Dota. Would you have guessed?
Maybe soon.
Oh.
Pangolier, Naga Siren, Axe.
Oh, so he hasn't played any pubs recently.
Maybe it's just like he hasn't.
Smurf. Maybe he's got Smurf.
Maybe Smurf. Maybe it's only like the front. Maybe he's playing Party Q, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is something that I'm sort of curious about. Is like all of these single target nukes and disables, great with Grimstroke, but we haven't really seen like the Soulbind be the biggest reason why these Grimstrokes have been doing well. It feels like it's the laning stage.
Like the ink swell, basically.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Like, do you think it's overcommitting? Are these heroes like do they work together cohesively, or is this kind of like?
I think so. I think even the Doom plus Grimstroke.
You have Bane plus Grimstroke. You have 2 amazing ultis to go with Grimstroke right now.
Right. But also in the lanes, like Doom pairs really well with the Grimstroke as well. So you have both. You have both factors.
You can't draft around the Grimstroke ultimate, I don't think.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think
you want to have some spells that are good with it, but you shouldn't just be like, okay, we pick Grimstroke, let's pick some amazing single target. Like, let's just pick Alina so we can do double Laguna Blades. No, that's not how you win Dota.
About,
I think the spell's honestly good enough that you can just like not draft around it, and it will just be good with something on your team.
Yeah, because even like
enough.
Like when it links them together and stuff, it can set up like AOE stuns. Like you've got like a 2-man lion stun because suddenly you can just impale, like line up the impale or something.
Well, it's also like a BKB piercing slow as well, so that factor is always going to be important.
Yeah. Sometimes you Soulbind, it just doesn't latch onto another hero.
That too.
That's true.
Like, oh, we drafted
this great
that's
kind of cool too, though. Like if you Soulbind somebody, they're like, oh, I don't want to go near my team because then they just are isolated. I really like Fnatic's draft. I think the fact that they got Lich with both Brew and Lone Druid, we saw both of those heroes with Lich do really well yesterday. I think that's kind of insane that they got that in the second phase. And then the Lion versus a Morphling, this is one of the hardest counters to Morphling in the game. You finger him, especially with the new damage that you get every time you have fingered in the last 3 seconds, as Lyrical pointed out. It's not about getting kills, fingering the last 3 seconds. But if he's building up those stacks on the finger, he can actually just one-hit Morphling when he's sitting at the low HP, which is what he always
Morph
does.
after the Lime.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't mind the Morphling pick just because it feels like one of the strongest carries still. And every time I see Morphling, I'm like, oh yeah, why aren't people still just picking Morphling? But they've got at least an answer to it. And now they have another hero who's pretty good against Morphling. We're going to see an Abed Tinker. I mean, SEA mids, Tinker players, they go hand in hand.
I kind of agree that I like Fnatic's draft. I feel like Mineski might have gone a little bit too ham on the, like, let's soulbind and people and blow them up train. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know if it works super well. Like, all of these cores are, with the exception of Doom, are kind of squishy.
Yeah, because they've now got the Lina, Bane, Doom, 3 big ultimates to go with the Soulbind. I imagine it's hard to know exactly what their thought process was. I imagine they wanted these heroes somewhat regardless. Like, Bane is just Bane. He's a good one of the best 5 positions. Doom, some teams think is really good right now. Other teams don't rate as much. Me and Jenkins don't think it's an amazing hero, but there's still a lot of teams out there who are prioritizing Doom. And then Lina, you know, it's Lina. Everyone likes to pick Lina as their mid when you don't know the enemy mid, because TA's banned and, well, not much counters Lina except TA.
I think Bane, Grimstroke, Lion, and Lich are all in that same category of support that can be ran as either role and will always be effective in the lanes. Like, no matter what those heroes do in the game in terms of their skills, like, they always have the lane dominance. They're those extremely good at level 1 because of their skills or because of their base damage and stats heroes. Yeah. Like, they're so strong. And so I think picking Grim and Bane, it's like these heroes just they're effective regardless of like what they do in team fights and stuff like that. Just because the lanes are so potent right now.
Yeah.
As far as Fabi's the guy that strikes me as a Grimstroke player. He plays those annoying heroes.
Yeah, he is. He for sure is, man. He was spamming that.
And as much as we've been sort of hating on the Doom, it is a KP Doom. This guy, he sort of made one of his names, at least, on the scene playing it when he first was joining Newbie.
Very true. Yeah, he's a big Doom spammer. JT on the Morphling. He's a level 12 Dota buff Morphling. So.
Oh my God.
Got the gold morph.
I have to favor Fnatic, man. This is just such a nice Tinker game. I think the fact that they got these two extremely strong carry heroes in this patch between the Brew and the Lone Druid with like one of the strongest supports in the game with them. We've seen this Lich Brew and the Lich Lone Druid just absolutely decimate yesterday. And they have both. They have both combos. Plus like an uncountered Tinker game.
Well, isn't that something?
It is something, Tinker.
Last pick Tinker. What a monster.
That wasn't too bright.
A little bit of all chat going back and forth. Man, the player or the hero lines is like super value.
They've added a lot. I wish one of the suggestions I thought was great was when you get master tier, you can choose from any of the hero's voice lines to add on to there.
Huh?
Like each hero has like however many voice lines.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
Tons, yeah.
But instead of being told which one you get, you should be able to choose because there's some amazing ones from heroes that aren't on the hero voice lines.
Like Bane.
There's some
picks up a blink dagger.
Oh,
you heard that?
No.
I'm not gonna do it, but he goes.
Oh, is that when he just starts laughing?
He just goes
for
crazy.
like 30 seconds.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
There's like the Skywrath that's in the bag.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great. Ooh, tried to deny the rune there.
He doesn't want to get Nightmare level 1 just for a bounty rune. You could, but your laning is going to be pretty subpar if you do that.
Yeah. Doom Grimstroke. This is a classic. This was strong before Doom was even a good hero. People would play this lane. It's very similar to the. It is
a Jenkins class. Jenkins, man, you gotta reassess what's a classic.
You know what?
Grimstroke's been in Dota for like
when you play
2 months.
When you play like 20 pubs a day, I feel like this hero's been in Dota for years.
Yeah.
You know.
This is a classic Grimstroke game.
It really is.
I'm sorry, I'm mean this morning. I haven't finished my tea.
God damn. This guy's crabby. Woke up on the wrong side of bed.
It's classic GoDz, just these qualifiers. It's classic.
I mean, you get... Oh my God, you guys are brutal.
I'm sorry. This is what happens. You go crazy after a couple of nights going late into the Dota casting.
Yeah, the European guys are just working their afternoons and evenings. The NA guys here in LA are just working 1 p.m. to like 7 or 8. Meanwhile here, we start at 9 p.m. and go through to 6 a.m.
How'll I die?
We get to see the best Dota, though.
The punches! Oh, give him the punch!
Nice.
He actually just right-clicked you to death with Lich.
Level 1 Nova.
That wasn't even a Frost Shield. That was just the old Lich could have done that.
Yeah. What boots first? Or did he just pick those up?
He just picked those up. He had quad mango, so he's playing 5 position and bought most of the career awards, I guess.
It's actually super effective to pick up early boots on this hero because, as we saw yesterday, he's legitimately good at roaming now. He can just show up to a lane like a Shadow Shaman and get a kill.
All 3 of your spells are help you for a gank.
Yeah.
Slows for days.
The other thing I wanted to tell you about that me and Jenkins saw was Sunbee streaming earlier. It has nothing to do with anything, but he went Tranquil Boot Sniper because he can just punch creeps and he keeps the active the whole time now. He's just running around.
Tranquil Boots, as far as like the movement speed goes, just better than every like other cheap boots.
Yeah.
Like when the active is on, you're incredibly fast, and even when they're broken, you still get more movement speed than treads and face boots. At least the base percent.
And with a lot of these ranged heroes, people are opting to just go for regular brown boots because face boots suck on,
I feel like
on ranged heroes.
We could potentially see it on MP this game if he wanted to go for it on his Lone Druid. If
I
he goes
just
the right click roll.
I just think with the attack speed that you get on Lone Druid, like the damage from treads is just too effective. Like you get 30 damage between the stats and the actual damage.
His Morph is not happy right now.
Oh no. He does a little buff for the Drunken Brawler and gives him one big punch.
Well, perhaps the classic lane is this Lich Brewmaster. I mean, love me a good Lich Brewmaster. Run all the time.
Yeah.
Not really the common Lich partner for the offlane, I feel. I mean, why not? It makes sense. It's worked in the old patch, but also Lich today is nothing like Lich of a week ago.
It's a new hero.
I mean, just like 30% damage reduction, like this hero can already sort of tank a good amount. You can even probably take a couple tower shots, just run underneath it.
That's the thing, is the combination of the damage reduction and the evasion that you also get from that Drunken Brawler, it's too much. There's absolutely no way that you can kill a brew in this lane.
But the Lich is out of mana. Oh, never
So he's
mind.
got a bunch
mangoes
Oh
now.
my
clarities.
god. Double mango, double clarity.
With the boots and his base movement speed, he could even just walk back to base. But the thing is, the lane is pushing in, so they want to pressure.
Did he just bring out those 2 mangoes, or did he already
Yeah,
have
he
them?
just brought them.
So he started with 4 and then gets 2 more.
Did he?
Yeah, he had quad mango at the start.
Yeah. He was completely out of mana, completely out of mangoes.
Maxing the Frost Blast too, as opposed to going for like 1/1/1 or maxing the Frost Shield.
I mean, they're kind of dominating this laning, have a lot of kills.
I think he's trying to catch the Morphlane off guard as well.
Yeah.
Morph TP's in with 0 tangos and salves. Like,
Hey man, he's got the Wraith Band though. At least he's got that going.
yeah, that's true.
That's a classic.
Oh, nice. He cancels clarity. Pile of die.
Yeah.
That's both clarities already gone. The Morph canceled the first one. Bane cancels that one.
Clarity suck, man.
I mean, he shouldn't. Probably just should have just bought a mango. Yeah, he
Maybe.
maybe got like 80 mana between the 2 clarities. So
Oh, the Drunken Brawler, good
dodge.
Nightmare dodge, but he's still dead here, I think. And well, actually, with another mango, no more actually on the Lich. They might still be able to chase down this Morphlane a little bit, but he's kind of just got. Oh no!
Oh,
Don't show
he has no
yourself!
Tango.
Don't show yourself!
He's gonna take so much damage for this.
Oh god!
probably doesn't die, but
But he's got to walk back home. Like,
yeah, I don't even know if it's worth bringing more health regen at this point. The courier is so far away. You got a shrine. No, he's fine, isn't he? Go back to base. Buys a salve, has the shrine, and they can also give Bane the salve. Yeah, so Bane will TP with some regen.
all right, that makes sense.
But it's still rough. All his money's going into buying more regen. This lane's getting crushed.
Yeah.
But mid lane is also being crushed. Lina is dumpstering the Tinker.
Look at it.
I think that's to be expected with this matchup though. Ever since Tinker got nerfed where like the movement speed is so slow in the early levels, it's very easy for Lina to set up a stun on him. And if she stuns him, she can just right click him to death. And the Laguna, like, he's a guaranteed kill. So this is more of like a you pick Tinker for the game sort of situation. Catch up.
Tinkers can't often lose their lane, and then you still just fall back, form your jungle.
Yeah,
get
you jungle.
16-minute boots of travel. Okay, we're fine.
Yep.
I think we've seen this story before. JT just push back yet again.
I mean, Brewmaster just feels like one of the potentially nerf-needed heroes right now in this patch. The 35 mana cost on level 1 Drunken Brawler, and it's low mana cost at pretty much all levels.
I think it speaks volumes that a lot of the time when we see this hero go through, because a team doesn't respect it, they start picking it up or banning it very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think that it's not that great, and then they deal with a good brew, and a brew that has a strong lane.
And then it's like ban.
And then they ban it. Yeah. First ban.
Yeah.
First ban if they can't play it. It's one of those heroes.
This feels like one of those games, win or lose, we may just see a Brewmaster ban.
Look at that. He triple crit. It's just 80% every level. And, well, they do end up bringing down the Grimstroke.
Right.
Jabs. Gonna Sinister Gaze at Pylai die, or rather, to the side.
Took too many tower shots, and SSI's also taking a lot of damage today.
2 bracers.
There you go. Boots, double bracer. But that was both of those Fnatic players getting a bit too aggressive and taking a lot of tower shots.
Yeah.
But let's see how things go here. Tinker gets some help. TP in from the Lich with the bottle refill. He's doing all right here, even though he is losing his lane.
He's actually rushing the Soul Ring too, so he's really looking to just farm up the jungle. And with the Soul Ring, you can pretty easily just buy like a bunch of teleport scrolls, especially now that it has its own slot, and just TP around as if you have boots of travel with the teleport scrolls. If you kill enough jungle camps, like, the TPs they pay for themselves, you know. Yeah, he's going into farm mode right now. He went for the rearm too, level 6.
You sort of think about where they're going to be going from here is, like, there's not going to be that much pressure from Mineski, most likely.
No mana for the waveform. He has it soon, but
just punches. The fear comes out, and
Get nothing.
it's a dead guy.
I just realized that this mid lane is a lot better for heroes that can farm stacks of like regular creeps, because the jungle camp is like right there.
I mean, that should help heroes like the Storms and stuff too, you know,
Yep.
who could just quickly go over, kill a medium camp, come back to lane.
He was marching the mid lane while also marching that camp, because he cut the little tree, so he pulled it.
This doesn't look that good for him, though.
It's not looking
That is going to be a death for Abed.
That kind of gang's going to happen sometimes. And dire vision now all over his jungle.
Yeah,
so
that's the most important thing about that rotation, is the fact that they put vision where Tinker's going to be farming. They know that he went for the rearm build too, so he's going to be pretty free ganks there.
both jungles. His farm is going to be monitored wherever he goes.
That's super nice to have both those wards down.
Yeah, like, I totally agree. Those wards matter more than the kill in a sense.
For sure.
I mean, they'll lead to further kills,
Yeah.
theoretically. Or at least to being able to slow down this Tinker's farm significantly.
2 sentries in the quick buy of the Lich though, so it looks like he's...
Tinker bought one himself also.
We're seeing a lot more of this Arcane Boots. Lena with the Arcane Boots rush.
I think once again goes back to the fact that these new boots they're not that excellent on ranged heroes, so going for the arcane boots, deconstructing it into the ether lens, and then
I think it's also just like its clarities aren't as good anymore as Morphling dies again up in the top lane.
on interiors.
Jeez. Over and over again. What was that that just killed him? Just a couple punches and a clap.
Same stuff.
Oh, the
Probably
fear.
seen.
The Sinister Gaze.
Yeah,
671 damage from Brute. That is nuts.
this,
Could you imagine previous Brute doing that much damage?
and he's got 2 great slows between the Nova and the Lich armor to just keep on getting those right clicks off.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're going to get chased down. Nice. That top lane's just being a disaster. Morphling net worth 1,700 below both Radiant supports. Oh, JT.
Can you go to the Brewer's HP real quick?
Yeah, it's 1,400.
Can we get a rip in pepperonis to this man?
I wonder if it's worth it to get more points, or to get Wraith Bands instead of Bracers on Brew, because the attack speed, and like it's 80% for those 5 seconds.
Just like the tankiness with the magic resistance.
Okay.
The agi would just be wasted too.
You get more damage and magic resistance, and it's like you're tankier, so you can run in and right-click forward because of your survivability.
Yes, that's true.
But it's
I'm just thinking like ways to increase his attack speed and stuff, because it does feel, I guess,
I have seen
Fades.
I have seen
Phases
people
does
go
it.
for Echo Saber and Armlet as well.
Yeah.
But I really like the Radiance too. I think the Radiance is just excellent.
I think the issue is after the laning stage, you're just more about your ultimate, and then you spend all this money on attack speed items, and it's like, why did you do that when that's not your role on this team?
Yeah, for sure.
The laning, like this first 10-15 minutes, yeah, you're going to get a lot of right clicks off, and those Wraith Bands may actually be better than Bracers, but at 20 minutes in, when your team's smoking around the map, and you're going to have like a Blink Initiator, like maybe a Blink on Brew, even without, and you're playing on your ultimate, you need to be tanky so that you don't get blown up. Like, you want to survive a Doom, for example, or you want to survive a Bane's Fiend script. Wraith Band's not going to do that. Brace is mine.
Every Brew that I've seen play around the Drunken Brawler outside of the laning phase has had a very, very rough time. You just run in and get silenced or gripped, and you don't end up getting the ult off.
Oh,
in theory,
DJ?
it's cool.
Echo Saber Armlet sounds like a garbage group. I'm going to say Jenkins.
It's good for pubs.
Yeah.
Oh, give him that damage.
And they're doing a good job making sure they can protect this Tinker's farm here. They know the invader's coming, and they've de-warded both those Mineski wards.
Well, Pele died. Now gonna
Oh,
likely go
missiles.
down.
Oh, he Nova's first too, so Abed gets the kill. Nicely done.
A lot of the time, you would see a defend of your jungle like that, and it's like, okay, well, that's 4 heroes rotating to defend that jungle, and it wouldn't be worth it. But I think the fact that the Tinker there's no counters to Tinker on Mineski's side. Like, if this hero goes into the late game and he's not getting totally crushed in this early game, and he actually gets farmed, it's worth it to do everything to protect this guy. Yeah. They even warded their own jungle.
I like those defensive wards when you have like a hero you need protecting, like the Tinker out. It's maybe a TB or something.
Yeah.
Silence damage. He's living through everything.
That's the bracers.
There was never a chance.
And he's going to get some kills here.
Yeah.
At least one. Can they get the second with the line coming in? It might be possible.
They're thinking about it. Chain Frost down. The
Oh,
Sinister
there we go.
Gaze. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Double kill for Jabs. That's why Lich is good.
Line is so effective against that Morphling. I really I think they're obviously they're playing good Dota for sure, but I think draft-wise too, there are so many heroes that can kill these Radiant heroes, or these Iron heroes. Sorry.
They really want to take him down, but Ice living through it, gonna turn it around with the
God.
clap, seeing if they can bring him down in time. Yes, they do. Ice lives. Oh God, you need to deny yourself now. Grimstroke's coming in, trying to kill him off. The silence is there. He needs to punch it, but also get away from the brain sap. And the stroke of fate will finish.
He knows if he punches, he sets up the stroke of fate. So he's just like, I got to juke and just hope somehow I survive.
Those bracers coming in handy.
Yeah.
That's great. Like, he knew
HP.
Lina used every spell, so he's like, I'm just going to run at this Lina on 100 health. It's, you know,
And pop my evasion.
Yeah,
Lina's stunned by Alliance, so why not?
80% evasion. You know, this guy's not getting hit. The Lich armor too.
He's playing smart Dota. And it's like the fact he's just up there, like pressuring the tier 2 tower. Even before the supports rotated, help him get those kills, he was just right-clicking this tier 2 tower because he knows he's creating space for Tinker and Lone Druid. And those are the heroes that are going to win the game. Again, MP, super quiet, not doing much in like a good way. Like, he's just sitting there farming, doing his job.
Top of net worth on his team.
Exactly. And I think you're totally happy if you're Fnatic with what MP's doing right now.
Once again, we have another one of these ranged heroes just going for like the regular brown boots. This is a pretty common trend.
Lich with the arcane boots. Arcane boots, man. It's the new boots, I guess.
Yeah, I think so for ranged heroes, for sure.
The cooldown got changed, though? Or what? What got changed in arcane
I think
boots?
it's more mana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think that's right. I remember seeing something buffed about arcane boots.
Yeah.
Well, they find themselves yet another kill, and DJ making the most of it. 50 per kill. Starting to stack it up.
Against a Morphling, this is very, very scary if you're the Morphling. Because even if you get some items, if Lion is just fingering for 1200 HP, that's, you know, your entire HP pool. For the most part.
We are going to see KP go for not a tank up build and instead like find the Tinker build.
I like that. I think that's better. I like that people were experimenting with the tanky build because he has the new Q. Hold that thought.
Uh-oh. This guy's running pretty fast. I'm trying to punch him. The Soulbind to turn it back around. Double Adaptive Strike. They're throwing him all over the place here.
Cute.
Bots.
But not going to do a whole lot.
12.
Yeah, they needed Lina there to do something serious. But
Fnatic's kind of next objective is try to take these tier 1s, because right now Morphling can try catch up at his tri-camp in the jungle, but if you start taking these towers and taking over the map, that's when this Morphling will not really have anywhere he can go to farm.
Yep. Anytime he enters the lane, the Tinker is just going to be there spamming rockets at him, so he can't really do the whole like 4 protect 1 play away from his team sort of thing. But
you just look at this,
basically
like
force the jungle.
So few objectives being accomplished, anything accomplished by Mineski. It's been a rough one.
Yep. Tinker has. Does he have all of his tier 1? He lost the mid tier 1, so he has 2 tier 1s available at his bot's timing and almost blinks. So yeah, this is going to be a really hard game. Like if you don't have all 3 tier 1s by the time Tinker gets blink, the game is significantly harder.
Ooh, and Tinker bots newly
DJs.
minted, setting up with Febby.
Solo kill.
They're moving in now with the Tinker and the blink dagger.
Blink.
I was just about to say I was expecting. I'm like, why isn't he walking around? Shouldn't he just walk around those trees? Oh, okay, he's gonna blink. No need.
We get a blink from.
It's DJ, man. This guy's Yeah.
Those kills.
He farms.
Yeah.
And gets kills.
Oh, and he's going to go on to Moon now. Also, Tinker TPing in onto the Earth Panda.
Combo.
This is where it becomes very problematic, although
Oh, he canceled the TP.
seeing the Bane.
Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good.
Well, DJ with the blink forward. They're going to try and make more out of this.
He's just like a
battle.
hiding, guys. There's a Doom in the game, by the way. He's quite farm, but I don't feel like we've seen a Doom in this game.
Double Doom?
I like the Shadow Blade. I like that he
Double Doom? He doomed the bear, too.
bear as well.
Oh, God.
No Savage Roar. There we go.
That's one way to deal with that spell.
Make it work.
Gets a nice kill in the core. I think that's the first Doom we've probably seen this game. At least we have seen. I don't
Feels
know
like
if
one of the
there's
first
been others.
Dooms we've seen in this tournament. Like that, the
Yeah.
hero, so many times he doesn't get the Doom off.
It's just like you look at the game time. It's 17 minutes, and it feels like Doom hasn't been impacting the game.
Right. Compared to the
Whereas,
Brew.
yeah, Brew, he's been bullying heroes, getting kills, pressuring a tier 2 tower. This Doom didn't pressure the tier 1 bottom tower. He hasn't been threatening kills. He hasn't been starting. I mean, Lone Druid just isn't afraid of getting Doom particularly.
Although this is a more late game centric Doom build though. Like if he picks up, Shiva's Guard, Shadow Blade, maybe an eventual Aghanims,
Yeah.
Fresh Orb. Like this is a way more late game build. for
It's just
sure.
like the reason why Morphling isn't farming is I feel like because they picked and are playing the Doom in this way.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Like you look at Ice, he's allowing his 2 cores who are going to carry the game to farm by creating space. Doom is not creating space, he's taking space.
it's kind of why we see so many offlaners playing like this. It's just so effective for what you can get off the map. That I don't know. You can't. Yeah, you're right. You can't really take the carry role from the offlane, basically. Like, look at him. He's just up here. He's manning up.
Yep. Yeah, just keep on doing this. Gets skanked. It's going to take probably 3 heroes to kill him, and if that happens and he dies, it's like, okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Polar
Space
opposite
created.
to like how the Doom is playing.
And there's Tinker bots, so there's always that threat of a +1. If you're Mineski and let's say you don't see Lion on the map and Brewmaster's up there, you're thinking Lion could be behind him, Tinker Boots to travel in.
Yep.
You may have to bring 4 heroes, 5 heroes.
This is actually the first time. Well, now they're pushing it, but I was going to say this is the first time that I've seen a team just chilling around the enemy tier 2, because with that high ground, it is very, very difficult to just chill there. Like there's so much space for the enemy team to set up on you, but yeah, taking the tower, it's a little different. And also, they have a huge lead, so they're clearly feeling a lot
Look at this.
more
Jabs
comfortable in this game.
getting these deep wards down again. They've got really good vision over here on KP as well as Febby. And if they stick around too much longer, this could be 2 quick kills. Doom is going to be off cooldown in 10 seconds. And Chase forward looking for more, seeing if they can get him. Does, well, start to drop down to about half HP. They're going to pull him back in, and KP dead again.
Even with Shadowblade build, he's still got 2k health and some Bracer Magic Resist. He's not the easiest kill, but he's still a kill they can get.
I'm definitely feeling this Doom build more than
Yeah.
the tanky.
I mean, for all the criticism I have towards like the Doom playstyle, I
Yeah.
think the issue is that they just have 3 heroes farming. They needed like a less greedy carry if you want to play Doom like this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you can play Doom like this.
Yeah, there's just nobody really to like group around and to be that bodyguard.
Oh.
Bracers are okay, but
Moon? The
quite
turnarounds? Or just the death? No, they pull him back in.
Nice, stopping the Lina combo.
Oh, wow.
Very well played.
Pile Die also going to fall. 20 minutes, 20-4, 9,000 gold lead. Stick a fork in them.
oh, that's level 15.
I mean, it does feel like you guys were talking about. It was really just that they needed an answer for the Tinker. And oh wait, I gotta come back here because this guy's dead most likely. Oh, Savage Roar. But yeah, it's like they needed an answer for it because it was just such a good last pick Tinker.
Yeah, that's the issue with like if you leave a Tinker, Brood, Huskar, and in the pool, and you're just setting yourself up where like there's no heroes that really deal with it well, then yeah, you're gonna have some issues.
I mean, they're getting stopped, but is that as far as this game right now? That's not why they're losing though, because they have no answer for the Tinker.
I mean, I would say that like there's been a lot of pressure on Mineski to deal with the Tinker. Like they're running into the enemy jungle, getting themselves killed.
Yeah, it's Brew that's the problem.
Like if this was an even game, then yeah, it'd be like, well, it's even, but Fnatic are probably still ahead because this Tinker is going to just go off. But
Yeah.
I think the the lanes themselves, things just fell apart very
Yeah.
quickly. But I do agree that it's probably because Mineski were forced to like collapse these supports on mid lane.
There's pressure on them to stop.
They used like 3 wards in this Tinker jungle and never really, you know, they got these wards down and then they never actually invaded and killed the Tinker using that vision.
Yeah,
So.
they're like playing it. They're playing around the Tinker being a hero instead of like playing their own game. Sort of thing.
Yeah. It's almost, it would have been better if they just let Tinker farm and do his thing and focus more on securing Morphling's game.
Yeah, possible, or getting like the tier 1s. Because yeah, you're right. They have no hero that has had their game secure. They've just sacked every one of their core basically, trying to deal with the Tinker.
I think that you need to get rid of Brew and Lich and.
I don't think if there's lone Druid and Brew on a team, you definitely don't give like Lich or Grimstroke.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously they have the Grimstroke, but I'm saying like if both of those heroes are so effective with Brew and the lone Druid, like it's just gives you so much laning power.
No.
No matter where you lane. Oh my God, that's.
Oh, he's got that ward.
Oh my God,
He wanted to go for the kills. He cancels that
Yeah.
TP.
Dagon Tinker now too.
All right, DJ, stand still. Oh, Jabs, don't come near me. What are you doing? All right, never mind. They just kill them off.
These guys are just playing around with these shadow amulets. I don't
He
even know.
doesn't care.
Lich had one too. I imagine he maybe upgraded it already, but I saw Jabs just shadow amulating around and having some fun.
Yeah, he's got the Glimmer already. All right,
well.
now he's got the 200 Finger of Death damage talent also. He's level 15.
Yeah, so he's doing 1,275 damage.
That's
Oh wait, let's see.
1134 is with Scepter.
Yeah, 1175 it looks like. Oh, wait a minute though. This is the time to place the moment. Never mind, there's a Sentry
died.
Ward. KP, run away.
Oh,
baiting
they're
it.
ignoring him.
Oh, what's going on the
there's
other
Lion.
side of the map?
I think Lion was looking somewhere else on the map.
Okay. Well, they kill that guy as well. Tinker did die. They dropped a ward to see him.
Oh God.
That's a Tinker Radiant Ward, right? Oh, that's to kill the Lina. That was to catch Lina, I imagine.
Okay, got it.
But not sure.
Your Shan has
Yeah, because I saw like the Doom just Shadow Blades into the Sentry and they don't react. At first it looked like they were trying to be next level and pretend they couldn't see him, but I think Lion legitimately had his camera on bottom lane.
Yeah, I can see that. When your Tinker's dying, you know, everybody's looking there.
Yeah, Tinker's dying. They're
most important hero. He's got a Shadow Blade on.
They're counter killing the Lina
This guy's a Shadow Blade. We thought he was going for a Glimmer.
with a gem too, so he
We
can
thought wrong.
he can de-ward.
Dude, he's just gonna run around and just finger the Morphling.
It's pretty it's pretty obnoxious having Shadow Blade with the gem because your opponents have to buy all
actually-
these sentries and you just de-sentry. Like taking out sentries is a big deal too.
Yeah.
So what's the safe HP mark for Morphling? I don't know if 1400's enough.
I don't actually.
With a
think
Tinker
it's
in the game,
I don't think it's enough.
Oh, they're debating.
Lion thinks it's enough. He's
I mean, he does 1200, right? So stun, couple hits.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill him.
Well, let's see. Actually, no, because that's the Scepter damage. So
Nine-
regular
yeah,
damage.
975
976.
plus
200.
976 plus 200. 1200.
Does it update based off of the talent also? Or no?
Oh yes, based off the talent. Yes, not
Okay.
not the finger damage though. The +4.
Hello.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
GG. More and more
Radiant's
kills.
bottom tower has
Should have fingered. Get that bonus damage going.
I see. He's saving it for the more.
Yeah.
And more 1800 health.
He's got a date with more flames.
Full health. I'm
Somebody's
gonna sit
getting
here.
fingered. That's for sure.
Jesus, Jenkins, please.
Oh, I
What?
wasn't even paying attention. Oh God. Lina dies instead. Lion got her. And more. Get over here. Jeez. Well, the buyback comes, but it's feeling like it might be all in vain pretty soon. It's still kind of tough to go high ground, maybe.
Nice heals.
bottom tower is under attack.
The pushback, possibly. It's going to force him nearby the tower and link together with the bear. Sice, taking some clicks, but not nearly enough, and Abed is just going to walk over people's faces.
I like that Ice used the Drunken Brawler, even though he was just going in to use the ultimate. Like, he was just trying to make space. But because he got, like, insta-Yules, like, he was preempting that. It's a pretty next level play. Like, I might get insta-Yules or insta-silence, so I'm going to use the Drunken Brawler. He was just immortal.
Deny the tower, but here come Fnatic.
Yeah, round 2.
Push up. Dual
Okay.
Scepter. Nice.
He's just making
Lead
space
blinks out.
for the Lone Druid.
Oh my God. The ink swell with the Fire Panther.
MP is an objective gamer. He's not gonna do anything super flashy or win MVP awards, but he's the guy making sure they win games.
Are under attack.
over and over and over again. They keep doing it. This never really looked super close, did it?
No.
I've enjoyed watching this game, though. The way they've just played the new patch and utilized some of these new heroes and changes has been really fun to watch.
I think a month down the line, we might look at a draft like this and wonder how the hell they got all 5 of these heroes on the same team.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Tinker, but
Yeah.
then again, it is a last pick Tinker though, with no real counters. So that's always gonna
Yeah,
be a
when you see
factor.
the other team's draft, you're like, then you wonder.
Yeah, but these other heroes, they're so strong together.
And we're going to see potentially some nerfs towards
I think so.
some of them. I'd say Brewmaster
Yeah.
seems top of the list as far as heroes likely to be nerfed. If there is going to be another patch after, there's probably going to be like a D patch after these qualifiers.
Yeah, probably.
This is like the first big test of where the patch is at.
Oh.
We've got 6 days of qualifiers, and then we'll see adjustments based on what was played.
There's just so many ridiculously strong heroes. Like I feel like there's a huge divide between the upper and lower class of Dota heroes. There are heroes that are just totally terrible, and then there are these ones that are like the Brew, like the Lich, like the new line. Basically, any heroes that got reworked are really really strong, minus a few like OD.
No.
Ooh, double Laguna Blade. Is it going to be enough? Tinker goes down. All right, maybe looking for more. Ice doesn't have split for another 10 seconds. He is doomed. Chain Frost. Can Big Daddy DJ do enough to turn it around, though? They switch it back over to Strength for him. He's living through it for the moment, but yeah,
with
now
the fear
MP
too.
is here. That was pretty.
Lich got like 7 bounces on heroes alone.
I'll pilot out in the trees again.
Hide.
Pie's pretty good at hiding in trees.
This guy's a lumberjack.
He's a well-experienced dead lane player.
Oh no, they found the Doom.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh,
attack.
right at the edge of the sentry range.
Don't worry, DJ's coming.
Is the Shadowblade burn? It's showing off soon. Yeah, there we go. They got
Oh, they found him.
Oh.
Yeah, they knew the Shadowblade was.
Guys, wait 5 seconds.
He wants to save it for his Ags, so he gets the cooldown lower.
Does the Axe lower the cooldowns too?
Yeah, it's down to 12 seconds. Is that right?
Is it
Am I crazy? What does it bring it down
the
to?
Axe does damage makes it AoE.
I thought it used to. It decreased it down to like.
20
I would have said
seconds.
20.
Oh yeah, 20. Yeah.
Still do that?
I think it does. Maybe it got
doesn't
changed this
anymore.
patch, but I did it in the turbo game earlier. Oh, look out, Brew! But he does have his split, and well, doesn't get it off. Ends up Dawn. Maybe they can find a little bit more. The ulti onto both the Bear as well as the Lone Druid himself, trying to punch and get his way out of there. But Tinker is back in the fray, and Abed be able to be that force, stopping them from going any further forward and almost killing off JT. He jumped forward, finds the kill. No!
Oh my
Abed.
God.
He does take one before he goes down.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds with Axe.
Oh, and the fear!
Axe does a lot.
Oh, it caught them both with the Lion Stun also. The Bear up on the high ground, saving MP's life. And now KP is even getting up top of him, but the Savage Roar is out yet again. Pylite died, looking for the opening, has the Fiend's Grip still available. Moon looking for the Light Strike Ray, not
nice
quite
try.
going to connect. DJ able to turn it back around here if they want to. Still has Finger of Death if they want to jump back in. Another fear. There's the Fiend's Grip, not for very long though. And Abed going to chase forward for more. Yule Scepter lift up as that Infernal Blade came out. A little bit of a discombobulation, and now MP just going to barrel in. A godlike MP, and GG is the call.
And it's so nice to buy back in a fight where the enemy team is running away when you're Tinker, because you know you can just go as ham as you want, and if they turn, they just lose the fight.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to run for a purpose. But you buy back in Tinker, you like bait them in because Tinker buyback's a win condition. He actually just completely hard baited them with that.
That was insane.
The
Yeah,
buyback.
that game was in a rough place
Yeah, that was a stomp.
for quite a while. I think Fnatic giving them a little bit of leeway at the end there with some of those kills, but DJ ends the game without a death, and everyone on Fnatic just having a pretty close to flawless game. ISI is only 1-3-18. He hasn't got a flashy score, but he was the high impact player as far as the lane stage goes.
14-minute blink
Yeah,
dagger.
he was making a lot of space. He was doing like traditional offlaner things.
Only one kill, and he was able to have that much impact.
Yeah, Jabs was doing some kill stealing up there.
I mean, he even did like the second lowest hero damage next to his. Did DJ do more than him? Let's see. Oh, okay.
No.
He did roughly the same hero damage as his supports though. Like this is Lion and Lich, but it doesn't matter. Go to the damage that he took. So 19,000. Okay, so that's a pretty big number. Morphling took 29,000 raw damage, but
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, so this is the thing, though. It's like, I feel like DJ getting this Blink Dagger, it was already going, like, pretty bad, but once they started to be able to pick anybody off on the map at any point with Tinker bots and then also having that Blink Dagger online, it was just, it became untenable.
You got to secure Morphling lanes. If you're picking Morph, you cannot give him a bad lane. I think that's, like, a necessary part of your draft anytime you have Morphling.
It's just it's so hard against the Brew Lich to secure that lane. Like, I guess what you could do is you could just throw the Doom Grimstroke against the Lich.
Yeah,
the Lich lane and
put him down bottom. Or not pick Morphling then if you can't secure his lane. I mean, or pick a better
Can it
support.
come down to just like an outdraft?
Oh, some level
I think
sure.
so. I mean, you could maybe put like the Morphling mid against Tinker. That wouldn't do.
With a support, he should
bad.
be okay. Or even without, he might be.
Without a support, it might be okay too. Just because you can, it's like sure there's the laser, but you have the nuke to CS and then
when you're not lasering, you're out denying and out CSing.
Right, exactly. We've seen a lot of teams do like the Morphling mid and put more like heroes that deal with pressure or apply pressure in the side lanes. We've seen the carry Brew a lot, so you could just just run lead in the side lane with the Bane. You have the setup too.
Even that is a little bit
like
scary though, like because you can still like run in Sinister Gaze, pull back in the Morphling if you get it before he like gets his strength farm off.
If you gank the Morphling mid.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, you could just put good wards down for him and like. Right. I was just saying, like, secure the lane. Except instead of securing the lane with, like, supports, like, you just ward for him and secure the lane by pressuring the other ones.
That did not happen in that game. That is for damn certain.
Yeah.
But we do still have another game that's going to be coming up, ladies and gents, in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. More from Fnatic versus Mineski right after this, the Southeast Asian qualifiers. See you guys in a few.